He can almost drop. All right, so here we are, insulation. Okay, what's the dilemma? The dilemma is we want 10 of those and they have 3.
I wish I had 4 of those, and then I would use the inch because I want the thicker stuff on the ceiling.
All right.
And then I would use, we could get away with using the inch on the walls.
For sure we can, yeah.
Along with some of that wall.
Okay, so why don't we get 6 of the inch and we'll come back and get 1 more. They'll refill it. We'll come back and get 1 more for the ceiling. The thicker stuff. What do you think? We'll keep the receipt. If we decide it's not enough, they'll have refilled it. These are your options.
Hey guys, do we use DuraFoam, styrofoam insulation, or Rockwool insulation to keep our puppy tiny home warm?
Hey, what do you got in your hand?
With this cool little diesel here that's going in
I'm so
soon.
excited.
That's coming in an upcoming video, the install of this. Does it work? Did we do it right, the whole 9 yards? But you know what we're going to do?
Insulation time, baby.
Insulation time. And we are going to use both. Come on inside, guys. Okay guys, we're inside a tiny home. So you might be asking, why are you doing insulation before wiring? Because a lot of wiring we're doing is not going in the walls this time. I want to be able to access it, not like when we did the truck camper, which is an awesome build. If you haven't seen those videos, check them out. I'll leave the playlist at the end of this one. So we are putting in some DuraFoam
1.5 inches.
Plastifab DuraFoam. Come on. I cut the bottom of the DuraFoam off, but you know what I mean, DuraFoam. And some Rockwool insulation. Why are we doing both, you ask? First of all, this stuff, look, it doesn't make your face itchy like fiberglass. It is so dense. We are able to pull it apart, and we're actually going to put it along the bottom of the trailer because insects and critters don't like it. Moisture doesn't like it, and if it does get wet, it will dry, unlike DuraFoam. The reason we like DuraFoam, we don't have to put up anything like a vapor barrier or anything like that. It is reflective on one side. Usually you put the reflective on the outside if you're trying to keep heat out, or on the inside if you're trying to keep heat in, depending on where you live.
Also, it helps with the structure, I feel like. Really, you know.
Marcy thinks, and it actually does help with the structure. So as you can see, we have put a little bit in so far about here. We have the ceiling to do, other walls to do, the whole 9 yards. I'll show you a little bit, and I'll show you some easy and cool ways to cut this. That won't kill your knives, won't kill your blades, won't kill anything.
And so you get it to fit up in the square really tight.
Especially when it comes to the Rockwool insulation. How do you cut this? What's the easiest way?
Sorry, dinner.
Dinner? Dinner?
Sorry.
We don't have time for dinner.
Lunch? Tomorrow?
Pitter patter, let's get at her, guys. Okay, so putting up styrofoam insulation isn't rocket science unless you're me and trying to do it. So what you want to do is get it as tight as you can without crushing it at all. Get in there and then it holds itself in there. The easiest way I found to cut it, and I learned this after we did the truck camper, is measure out your size that you're going to do So we're gonna say this one's 13 1/4 by 32. So get a black marker or something. Heck of a lot easier. Measure it at 13 1/4. I know it's boring, you don't have to watch me do this whole thing. But some people may have some wondering about this. So all I'm using is a regular X-Acto knife, straight blade, whatever you want to call it, and a straight edge. Now I'm not actually cutting through the whole thing. What I'm doing is scoring it. Then I take my straight edge away. And there's a little line in here now that you don't need a straight edge for. You don't go through as many blades because the blade's not twisting and your cuts aren't all kind of twisted off. So now you can just go through your line. Takes only a couple passes. And you'll get a nice clean edge by doing it that way every time. And you don't end up, I call it popcorn, but it's not. The little pieces, you don't end up with near as many if you do it this way. And then you'd put that in there. But I'm not going to bore you with all that right now. Oh, why not? I already cut it. Let's put it in. Nice and tight like.
Beautiful.
And that's your piece. I got to cut a small piece right here because I did build out the ceiling a little bit. So that is this stuff. Now,
Let me help you with the camera for a second and show you the rock. Are you doing the Rockwool?
yeah, but
Yeah.
it's gonna get caught up there.
Okay, I gotcha.
Oh, she's moving the camera again, guys.
Okay, I got you.
She got
I got you.
she got me.
I got you. Totally.
Am I in the frame?
You're good.
Am I there?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Ooh, hello. Close up.
Do I have a pimple right
You
there?
might. You got a little snow in your hair.
No snow. So the Rockwool insulation, we've learned a couple of things. The first thing we've learned is
We lost it.
I lost it. So I tried to cut this with the X-Acto knife. It works, but does a really crappy job.
And it'll take you a million years. And since we're on kind of a time constraint.
So like for $5-7 depending on where you live, I won't show you the name brand because it really doesn't matter. Go and get one of these.
Handy dandy.
And they're actually made for cutting this.
Looks
But
like
you know
a
what?
turkey cutter.
Exactly. Marcy just said it looks like a turkey knife.
Which
But-
you can also use, but I do not have one.
So this is way too thick. Way too thick to get into our walls. So
We'll show you.
So the easiest thing, if you look, so what we're doing,
What we noticed on demo day.
a couple of things. These holes go way down here.
Well, they go out to Never Never Land
Right.
underneath the trailer.
Not only that, I didn't want to put styrofoam insulation where any wiring is. So we're putting the Rockwool, which is also fire retardant. Retardant? In wherever.
Fire resistant.
Fire resistant. That's easier.
Won't just automatically flame on like Doritos.
Wherever that goes. So let me show you how easy this is to cut, guys.
Oh, now you're asking a lot.
I know. Now she's going all over the place. She likes moving the camera. She does.
It's easier when it's on a tripod, so this is difficult. Don't shame me. Okay.
So here it is. I'm gonna take our turkey cutter. Do you like white meat or dark meat? Anyways, no, seriously, do you? Leave a comment below. Let me know. I'm curious.
I'm on the dark meat team. Thank you very much.
I'm the white meat team.
God, that's so bad. Anyway, moving on.
So you just cut it like some turkey.
Slices
And
like bread. Slices
It
like
cuts
bread.
it really, really nice. Look at that. It's not coming apart the whole 9 yards.
It's not itchy.
It's not itchy. You've got 2 pieces if you want to make a pillow. If you're on a tight budget, you got some of this stuff left over.
And
you know what I'm saying?
And
Anyways,
Mickey Mouse won't want to sleep in it. They don't like it.
so this will eventually,
Go all the way around.
even though it's not cut to the right size, just to show you, we'll go all the way around the bottom, and it's just going to slip right in there. Look at the right thickness and everything when you cut this in half. Okay, it's just going to slip right in there. The right thickness, it'd be the right width if I cut it properly and measured it just to show you guys. All the way around the bottom to help critters, insects, and everything else from getting underneath. If water does get in, this stuff dries way better. Doesn't go moldy
You get the gist.
like the styrofoam insulation would. And then, just because Marcy likes moving the camera and
Jeez,
apparently
what?
making everybody
Okay,
a little,
really,
"Ooh,"
really,
she said,
really.
anywhere there's wires in the walls, where there isn't going to be a lot of wires in our walls here, when we get to the wiring part, we got some really cool stuff coming up for that. You're going to want to subscribe to see that stuff. Anyways, anywhere there's wires in the walls, this stuff is going to go right behind, just like that. So there's a barrier between the aluminum outside and the wiring to help keep the wiring cool, the whole 9 yards.
And if you ever had to take the panel off and get to the wiring, it's right there.
You're not messing with the wiring. That is how easy it's going to be. We'll show you when it's all done. You know what it kind of reminds me of? Like I can get here a tan because I'm in like the metal box, or I'm protected by the aliens or
If
something
you
like
install some UV lights, we can have our own like sunbed in here.
I know, right? Rockwool Insulation, this stuff is awesome. Maybe Marcy knew, learned about this year. Awesome stuff.
We researched it, and I ran into a carpenter dude when we were in Home Depot, and he told me all about it. Said it was great stuff.
And don't forget about your DuraFoam. If you don't like DuraFoam to put insulation in, well,
Oh.
I'll edit that part out. You won't even see that. Take 2. Guys, if you like videos like this, please smash that thumbs up.
Don't forget to subscribe.
As Marcy always says, don't forget to subscribe and ding that notification bell to be notified the next video that we put out. And there's still
So much more to get done.
Marcy said it, guys. So much more to get done.
But we're going to get it done, and we're going to go camping this year. How about you guys?
Awesome. We will see you in the next upload.